Repo Man, and I came to repossess Angelo Demetrius' show. Hey, the sign says Repo Man. I can have a show just like Angelo Demetrius's. I can rant about wrestling too. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we talk about Triple H? Hey. He's gonna be the referee this Sunday at SummerSlam. What could happen between John Cena and CM Punk? Well, it doesn't matter. Because if John Cena wins, I'm gonna repossess his career. And if CM Punk wins, then I hope he repossesses John Cena's... Did I say Cena? I meant John Loser Cena's belt. And in the end, the only thing Triple H will be able to count is the ice cream bars being sold by CM Punk. And Triple H, you better be nice to CM Punk, or I'm gonna repossess your chairmanship. And I love to repossess things. Hey, my buddy the Miz, Triple H, deserves a better chance than what you've been giving him too. You don't know what you're missing by taking the Miz down every step of the ladder. Triple H, you need to keep Miz at the top, and you don't need to take him down. How would you like it if I came to your house in the middle of the night and repossessed your Xbox 360? Oh, I got an idea. How about I repossess every major title you ever won? Because as the c.o.o. of the WWE, you need to make better decisions than you've been making. You got that, Triple H? Repo Man's got his eye on you. I'll tell you who else I got my eye on. Beth Phoenix. A bunch of you losers out there waiting to get your stuff repossessed by me may not like her. But Beth Phoenix is the hottest thing since sliced bread. And let me tell you something, Beth Phoenix. Anybody that tries to stand in your way, the Repo Man's gonna repossess their careers just for you. And WWE, your writing had better be solid behind Beth Phoenix, because if it's not, I'll repossess the whole company. Now, this show is all mine.
Hey, who's in there?
Uh-oh, time to go.
My show!
How am I supposed to know? No, he came in some kind of way. I don't know how he came in. Look, the guy is about 6'1". He had a mask on. He had a hood on. I don't know. Look, I live in a nice neighborhood. I leave the door unlocked. Everybody leaves their door unlocked. Okay, whatever. Just catch the guy. Okay. You know what? Just for that, I'm not giving a donation to the policeman's ball. These cops. Oh, hey! Welcome to wrestlerant HD. wrestlerant, not repo rant. I apologize for whatever happened earlier, folks. Listen, I'm sorry about that. Look, I just went to the store to grab something to drink. I come home, there's this guy in my studio. I had nothing to do with that. I apologize to you. This is wrestlerant HD, and we will bring you the best in entertainment and information about professional wrestling right here on wrestlerant HD. Alright, now let's talk about this. John Cena, if you're like me and you're not that big of a Cena fan, well, he gets under your skin. Well, it gets under my skin. The whole John Cena character is passé. The whole John Cena thing is done and over with. He touched on something on Monday Night Raw when he talked about embracing his heel persona. John, you've never hit the nail on the head harder than when you said that. I do think it's time for you to embrace your heel persona. I do think it's time that you made a change. John, I'm speaking directly to you, Cena. When Hogan was a babyface, it was great. Everybody loved him. He went to WCW and lost his fan base. He walked into another man's fan base. That man was Sting. Sting already had a Hogan-like fan base when Hulk Hogan went over there. So WCW had to figure something out for Hulk Hogan, John. And what did they do? Well, after much talking and thinking, Hogan decided to take on a heel persona, as he did earlier in his career. Guess what, John? It worked! Not only did it put butts in the bucket, Cena, but guess what? People showed up every week, tuned in every week to see Hogan get his butt kicked. John, to make this real short, we're not tired of you. I personally don't have anything against you. Do I think the wrestling in the ring could be better? Absolutely. But John, the one thing that I have against you, if anything, is your inability to change, to take things to another level, the inability to transcend. See, John, I know you can do that because I've seen you do it before. And I know, I have confidence that you're able to do it again. Come on, John! Give us, the fans, what we want to see. Something different. I leave you with that, John. Now, let's talk about CM Punk. If you're like me, you've been riding the CM Punk wagon now for a few weeks. CM Punk, the real WWE champion, has a chance to do something phenomenal in the WWE. However, could the WWE be ready to set CM Punk up for failure? Well, as the weeks go on, and especially after last week's episode of Monday Night Raw, it's starting to look like it. CM Punk could be being set up to fail by WWE management. Hey, you WWE management, I'm going to tell you right now, that will be the biggest mistake you ever did make. Don't set CM Punk for failure. CM Punk is actually your new meal ticket. You ever hear the old saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you? Well, don't bite the hand that's putting the food on your table. And that hand is CM Punk. Whether it's a WWE ice cream bar, or tickets, or t-shirts, CM Punk is WWE's new money train. WWE management, you need to get on that train and you need to ride it. If the fans like the belt around CM Punk, that's exactly where you need the belt to be. John Cena has had his time. And like his song says, his time is up. CM Punk's time is now. Did you see Friday Night SmackDown, fans? Did you see Christian pleading, begging Triple H to stop doing whatever he calls this to him? Listen, Christian is a great athlete in the ring. But if you're going to give him a line on the stick, don't make Christian turn into a wine baby. Christian, by far, in my opinion, can talk better than what he did on Friday Night SmackDown. Notwithstanding, let me say this. Here lately, I have to commend him. He's been doing a pretty good job in the ring. And I'm looking forward to the match between him and Randy Orton at SummerSlam, which is a no-holds-barred match. That just means anything goes. Anything. Now, Christian claims he has something up his sleeve for SummerSlam. Fans, the only way you're going to see that is if you tune in to SummerSlam live on pay-per-view. I'm going to. You should too. All right, fans, I want to say something before I go on with the last segment of wrestlerant HD. After this last segment, I have a blockbuster announcement at the end of the program. Something that I've never done before. wrestlerant has been on air on the internet for 16 straight weeks in a row. And I feel like that it's time for something explosive to happen on wrestlerant HD. And at the end, I will not only tell you what that something explosive is, but I will ask someone to help me make that something explosive happen. Now, let's talk about Cody Rhodes winning the Intercontinental Championship on Friday Night SmackDown. Is it just me, or did Ezekiel Jackson job this week and lose his Intercontinental title? It may be that WWE management feels like Ezekiel Jackson is not deserving of holding that title, or it could be, I hope, that WWE management feels that Ezekiel Jackson is better off somewhere else. Hopefully in a top spot for the World Heavyweight Championship or even the WWE Championship. Hey Zeke, I know I talked about you talking a lot. I know I talked about your stick skills in the ring. Zeke, that aside, I think you are one phenomenal, dominant athlete in that ring. I love what you do in the ring. You know exactly what you're doing in there. And Zeke, nobody can take that away from you. They can take a belt away from you, Zeke, but they cannot take away the talent that you possess in that ring. Now, having said that, let me say this. It's time for Ezekiel Jackson to move on to better things. The Intercontinental title was great, but I think it's time to put bigger gold around that man's waist. Now, I'm not saying rush into it. I'm just saying it's got to happen sometime. You can't deny the power and the domination of Ezekiel Jackson. However, congratulations, Cody Rhodes. It's about time a Rhodes got a belt in the WWE. I mean, Lord knows your old man didn't do it right. Why? I don't know. I just know this. Cody, you did it. Congratulations. Dusty, kudos for looking out for your kid. Now, moving right along. I told you before this segment that I had a blockbuster announcement to make. And that blockbuster announcement is this. I am hereby and therefore requesting an audience with the game Triple H, with the c.o.o. of World Wrestling Entertainment. Triple H, that's you. Triple H, I make a plea with you to have a 5-minute interview for wrestlerant HD. Should you decide to accept, it will be done in the classiest, most professional manner any interview can be done. Triple H, I extend this to you, and I await your decision for my offer. thank you for hearing out my offer. And fans, go to WWE.com if you want that interview to happen with this WrestleRant HD host and the new CEO of the WWE, Triple H. Go to the Contact Us icon and let the WWE management know you want the Game Triple H to be interviewed by this WrestleRant HD host. Well, that's it this week for WrestleRant HD. Fans, let me say this, that next week on WrestleRant HD, there'll be a special WrestleRant. Now, I usually don't do this, and I never really talk about them. But next week's episode will be special in that it will be a special TNA only episode. WrestleRant HD TNA. Tune in to see that next week. Oh boy, Lord knows what I'm only going to say or do, or who knows. Anything can happen here on WrestleRant HD, and it probably will. So you'll want to be looking out for that. Until then, you can see us at youtube.com and at clickwrestle.com sometimes. Who knows if they'll put it on this week. I know this though. This is still WrestleRant HD. I'm still your host, Angelo Demetrius. That's it for tonight. Good